where we are now with the Dorito is fueling's good all the way through the rev range. It's just running pretty rich. So especially cruise still. So like from cruise, we're at 10 AFR. Then all the way through the rev range, we're at 10 AFR. So cruise, we're still, we're at like 2,500 to 3,000 RPMs. So we're still on the idle circuit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the boost back down to about 3. We're at number 55 idle jets right now. I'm going to drop some 50s in it, take it for a cruise, see if that leans out the cruise AFRs a little bit. And then from there, once I get that solved, then I will start leaning out the mains to get that upper rev range into the 11 to 11.5 AFR range. Then that should be it. So we're going to try leaner idle jets first. I'll have to pop the hat off, put those in. We'll have to redo the mixture screws, of course. That shouldn't be too bad. And then if that doesn't do it, we can try some air corrector jets, go a little bit larger. These are 120s right now. They're at the top of the main jet stack. So if a larger air corrector jet will bring the mains online a little bit later. So what might be happening is my big mains might be contributing to that cruise. They might be coming online too early. So we will drop in, if this doesn't fix it, we'll drop in some larger air corrector jets. See what that does. That'll also lean out the main circuit slightly. So that might get us where we need to be. Carb hat is off. We're going to get this guy right here, the little brass screw above my fingertip, and this guy out. That is where my main jets are. These are the adjusters for the mixture screw, this guy and this guy down in here. So we'll get this, I'm sorry if I just said main jet. We'll get these idle jets out and swap them with the 50s and put it all back together. When these come out, you got to remember that there's an O-ring in there. So these are those 55s. They just slide right off. New ones slide right in. These have incredibly small holes in them, so they are very prone to getting clogged up. So make sure you always blow them out with some compressed air before putting them back in. Idle jets are back in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to close off both these mixture screws. We're going to count how many turns we get until they're closed, gently closed, because they're a fine point at the end. You don't want to damage it. So I'm going to count how many turns I go in, and then what I'm going to do is bring them both back out and then add a full turn, which might get me in a range where it'll actually idle, and then I can minorly adjust from there. They were 2 turns out, so what I did was I counted 2 turns in. That's how I know it's 2 turns out. Then I came out 3 full turns, and we'll fire it up and see how it idles. Probably going to be pretty rough. She's buttoned back up. Let's give her a quick start and see where we start landing on the AFRs at idle. All right, 3 turns out, kind of nailed it actually, where I can speed up my idle a little bit, but we actually might be a little bit rich. It is not warmed up yet, so it's got to be a little bit rich right now. Not happy though where it is, you can tell. It is still very cold though, so let's let it warm up a little bit more and then check it again. All right, so she's idling way rich, so what we'll do is back it out until it smooths out a little bit. So we'll start with like 1/8 of a turn. Didn't really do much. So let's go 1/4 of a turn. I'm going to bring up the idle a little bit. It's hard to do once it's warm. Alright, she's getting into a happier range here. She's not surging as much. We still got to go a little bit because we're aiming for 13 on the AFR gauge right there, but at least we're not surging. No, it's a little bit easier. Alright, I brought the idle up, fan just kicked on, so coolant's up to temp, oil's taking its time. Miles at 1,000, we're hovering high 12s, low 13s on the AFR. Wobbling around a little bit. That circuit might need a cleaning. These carbs, the idle circuit gets really dirty really fast, especially with me removing the cat all the time and like swapping stuff around. So you can probably use a clean to even that out, but that is kind of good enough for me right now. So we'll get the hood on and take it for a cruise, see how she does. So it's warmed up now and it's bobbing between 13 and 14, so I can actually back the screws out maybe 1/16 of a turn, maybe an 1/8 of a turn, and that should get it pretty good. Swing a little bit wider now, but yeah, that should do it. My cruise is much better now, so that's good.